Protests against the police killing of black men continued for a third straight day on Monday, with hundreds arrested across the country over last week's killing of Philando Castile in St. Paul, Minnesota suburb, and Alton Sterling in Baton Rouge. More arrests were made in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for a second night in a row after protesters against brutality pelted police officers with objects. Some 102 people had been arrested less than 24 hours before. In Memphis, protesters shut down Interstate 40 bridge for hours on Sunday night to protest last week's killing.
And it's so beautiful to see my people and so many other people in different races coming together and making a stance and saying, you know what, we're tired of it. So let's move, let's do something, let's change. Today is the change, now is a change. You are the change, we are all the change, we are history, we are the future. So what are you going to do about it?
Arrests were also made in Minnesota after police clashed with protesters. Police were criticized by activists for using heavy-handed tactics and military-style gear. Police said those arrested ignored repeated orders to stay out of the street, while demonstrators said officers charged into the crowd, seemingly without any provocation. In Los Angeles, activists shut down the major 405 freeway in a spontaneous protest after hundreds showed up for an organizing meeting. Activists say they refused to leave until the media covered their story. We'll be interviewing Black Lives Matter Los Angeles organizers later this week. Kali Okuno is an organizer with the Malcolm X grassroots movement.
Courage that folks didn't retreat. That's a positive sign. And, stay off the streets and kind of, be in fear or, not know what the police are going to do. And I think to this point, San Francisco, Oakland, St. Louis, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Buffalo here where I'm currently at, there's been demonstrations and there's been more, determined show of force by the police than ever. And that people have not backed down, have not been scared, I think is a positive sign. And I just think it's more further indication that overall, that the center, the liberal political center, that as we have known it since, I think, World War II, it is fracturing and it cannot hold. And what is going to come out on the other end, I don't think anybody knows. But I think it's imperative for, left forces to get our act together more solidly so that we can play a role in determining what the outcome is.